Long ago, there was a king. He was very cruel and always gave strange orders. The people suffered a lot, especially his minister. But the minister was a kind and wise man. One day, the king gave the minister a very strange command. The minister became worried, wondering how he could ever obey such an order.
Listen carefully, my minister. I want you to build a huge and magnificent palace for me. This palace must start from the sky and come all the way down to the ground. You have only 10 days to begin this work. If you fail to start building this palace within 10 days, I will order my soldiers to cut off your head.
When the minister heard the king's order, he became very worried. He walked home in deep thought, wondering how he could ever build such a palace. When he arrived home, he told his wife the whole story. His wife listened carefully and then said, "You should ask Allah for help." The minister liked this advice very much. He quickly performed ablution and prayed to voluntary prayers. Then he sincerely asked Allah for guidance and help. That night, when the minister fell asleep, he saw a strange and meaningful dream. The minister was walking through a beautiful garden. The garden was peaceful and full of flowers. As he walked, he suddenly noticed a bright and shining object on the ground. He picked up the shining object and gave it to the king. When the king received it, he became very happy. Soon after that, the minister woke up from his dream. He quickly told his wife everything he had seen. His wife thought for a moment and said, "This dream has a meaning. You should go to the forest. I believe you will find what you are looking for there." The next morning, the minister prepared for the journey. He packed some food, mounted his horse, and set out toward the forest. He traveled for many days. During the day, he rode through the trees and mountains. And when night came, he stopped to rest. 5 days passed like this. Finally, the minister began to think, "Maybe I should return home. I have not found anything." When the minister decided to return home, he turned his horse and started riding back. Suddenly, something caught his eye. A rabbit was trapped in a net and struggling to escape. The minister felt sorry for the poor animal. He went closer and gently freed the rabbit from the net. But suddenly, something magical happened. The rabbit slowly began to transform into a girl.
Thank you so much for freeing me. A cruel magician trapped me with his dark magic and turned me into a rabbit. For a long time, I was stuck in that form. But today, because of your kindness, I am finally free.
At first, the minister was very surprised. Then he told the girl his whole story and asked for help. The girl said, "Yes, follow me." She took him to a cave. Inside the cave, the minister saw an old wise man sitting and praying. The minister greeted him and told him everything.
The old man smiled and said, "My son, this is not such a big problem. Do not be afraid. Take this parrot with you. It will help you."
The minister became very happy. He took the parrot with him, mounted his horse, and returned home. When he arrived, he told his wife everything that had happened. His wife was also very happy to hear the story. The next morning, the minister went to the palace. He stood before the king and said, "Your Majesty, please come with me. I will build the palace for you." The king went with the minister and his servants to a large open field. The minister brought the parrot with him. He released the parrot into the air and said, "Go, parrot, build the palace for us." The parrot flew high into the sky and shouted loudly, "Bring me the stones, one by one, so I can start building the palace from up here." When the king heard the parrot's words, he became very angry. He shouted in frustration,
"How can we give you stones when you are so high in the air?"
When the minister heard the king's words, he calmly replied, "Your Majesty, if we cannot send stones up into the air, then how can we start building a palace from the sky down to the ground?" The king saw the minister's wisdom and became very happy. He realized his mistake and apologized to the minister for his foolish order. From that day on, the king became a kind and just ruler. Dear viewers, the lesson of this story is, when faith and wisdom come together, the impossible can become possible. For more interesting and inspiring stories, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.